Kevin Stefanski said there was a chance that Jedrick Wills could still play, but he didn't sound encouraging in the least. So it could be Blake Hance or James Hudson getting the start at left tackle for the Browns against the Chargers.
You know, all those guys have worked considerably hard, transitioning to that spot. And especially for a rookie like James Hudson, we've given him a lot of work, not only on the left side, but the right side. And he's also had work, on the inside positions as well. And he's come along good, and he got a little work last week against the Vikings, which I thought was really positive. Anytime a young guy can get on the field, it's invaluable. And I think he learned from that experience, and hopefully he can build on it as well. That's our plan for him. And of course, you look at a guy like Blake Hance, who's he's an interesting guy. He's smart. He's dependable. He can get in all the right positions. So he can play across the board, and not many players can do that.
Let's welcome in Doug Lesmerises, columnist for cleveland.com and the Plain Dealer. Doug, the Browns have more questions than a fifth grade math test for this injury report. How big of a deal is it if it's Blake Hance or potentially James Hudson as the left tackle?
Dave, back in the day when I was an athlete, they used to call me smart and dependable. You know why? It wasn't very good. So, as Scott Patsko pointed out on our Gotta Watch the Tape podcast on the Orange and Brown Talk feed, I know you guys out there, you all listen to it. He pointed out this week, I think the stats show that Joey Bosa, the Chargers' best pass rusher, mostly rushes from over the right tackle. So if the Chargers stay with, how Joey Bosa usually lines up, that's Joey Bosa, Jack Conklin. But why would you not go hunting for this matchup and have Joey Bosa flip sides and let him unleash against Hance or Hudson or some injured version of Jedrick Wills, which we know what that looks like. We've seen that the last several weeks. And again, we've talked about it. Jedrick Wills is fighting, man, but he is not close to himself. And so, this is a real issue. And the Chris Hubbard lingering injury has turned out to really be a problem for the Browns here, because he's clearly their sixth guy, right? You've got to have that swing guy, and he can play tackle or guard. He's the next guy up almost across the board, and he's not available, which amplifies everything going on with Jed Wills. So the fact that Joey Bosa is there, I don't know if the Chargers will go trying to exploit what's going on at left tackle, but it is an absolute real problem for the Browns, because it just feels like Jed Wills is not going to be able to be himself until he maybe gets some kind of extended rest, because he's trying, man, but every middle of the third quarter, he's got to come out, and the guys behind him, it's hard to trust him right now.
Yeah, and to your point, it sounds like we have a 75 Chevy at left tackle, always dependable. I mean, that's not exactly what you're looking for with Joey Bosa on the other side of the line.